Today, I am going to show how Gini coefficient can be calculated using Excel. Suppose we have surveyed 20 households, and we got these informations. That is the income of 20 households in thousands, though it is given in haphazard way. But our first task is to convert this into ascending order. So what we have to do, just select this sort sort from smallest to largest, expand the selection sort. So it is converted into ascending order from the smallest to highest. So this is essential part. Okay, whatever may be the actually the order, but our first task is to convert it into sorting it into ascending order in this way: sort, smallest to largest, click, and like this. After that, we need to calculate the total income. Total income can be calculated in this way: sum of sum of sum of this total income. Total income is 916,000 total income. Okay, now we need to calculate the income share. Okay, income share. Suppose income share of each household. So zero is zero. Income share means out of total income, what is the share of these households. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to take the individual value, that means this value divided by this value. Okay, total. Now, since all the cases we have to divide by the same amount by the total, so what we have to do, we have to put here dollar sign, dollar, so that it will not change. Dollar B, dollar 26. Okay, so click this. In this way, we will get the income share of each household. Okay, if we multiply it in terms of by 100, it can be converted into percentage, but we are not converting in terms of percentage. We are keeping in share, income share. Okay, in this way. Mm, अच्छा. After that, what we have to do, we have to calculate the cumulative income share. Cumulative income share. Cumulative income share. We know cumulative income share can be calculated by this plus this plus this, like this. So the first one will be 0. The second one will be second one will be second value will be this value plus the previous value. Okay, in this way we can calculate the cumulative so the remaining one will be like this. So always we can make it confirm that our calculation is right, because the final will be 1. Okay, in the cumulative income share, the final will be 1. Now we are going to calculate the cumulative population. So we have surveyed total 20 households. Some not 0. We have 20 households. So 0, we for our mathematical benefit we are putting 0 0 0 0. Otherwise, okay. So it is here income, no, population share, or family share. Okay, 0 is 0. But here it is this value. Okay, this value divided by total 20. This value divided by 20. Okay, A6. Since this 20 will be divided for each family, because dollar A, dollar 26, dollar A, dollar 26. Okay, so this is the population share. This is the population share. Okay. So since this is total population, but total households is 20, or total individual, if you say individual is 20 individuals are there. So 1 means out of total it is 0.05. Okay, now we need to calculate the cumulative population share, or cumulative population cumulative population share cumulative population share. Exactly in the same way, this is 0. What we have to do, so this one plus the previous value, this one plus the previous value. Okay, and adding every item, we can continue ultimately. uh, what is happening? Mm, Sorry, it will be f5, it will be f5. This is f5, f5. Okay, now it's coming. Look, 1 came means this calculation is right. So cumulative means 0 plus the 0.05 plus this of this addition sum. So in this summing successive values, we are getting cumulative population share. Okay, so this is cumulative income share, this is cumulative population share. We can income share, we can keep it side by side, copy, paste. Okay, so income share, population share. Now we are going to show in terms of our graph. Okay, what we have to do, uh, just highlighted this one. Okay, and little bit mm, taking this middle. What we have to do, go to this insert, then charts. Okay, then this type of charts, right click, select data, add, add. Okay, series name. First we have to do line of equality. Line of equality, line of equality. So line of equality, we need to put the same value of x series and y series, because line of equality, we know it is generated through 45-degree line. So the horizontal axis, value of horizontal axis and vertical axis are same. So for the x-axis and y-axis value will be same. For x-axis value, anyone you can put this one or this one. Okay, taking this one. Okay, again put this one. Again same. Okay, and then okay, add, add. Now Lorenz curve. Lorenz, Lorenz curve. In this Lorenz curve, we generally put in the horizontal axis the cumulative income share. Okay, cumulative income share in the horizontal axis, cumulative income share. And in the y-axis, we generally put cumulative, uh, sorry, cumulative population share should be kept in, x-axis. It should be, it should be cumulative population share, x-axis, cumulative population share. Okay, and in the vertical axis, we generally put the income share. We generally put income share, vertical axis. Okay, okay. So this is line of equality, and this is the Lorenz curve. Okay. So now we don't need up to 1.2. What you can do, and click here. Okay, right click, format axis. Format axis. The is a maximum value 1.2. Just reduce it into 1. Okay, or 1.0. Okay. Similarly, Okay. Is there any option? Okay. And similarly, this axis, horizontal axis, right click format axis, the minimum value is 1.0. Okay. Now, what we have to do? Chart title. Right here, axis, axis, axis title, axis title. This is cumulative percentage of income. Cumulative income share, and this is cumulative cumulative population share. Chart title Gini by Lorenz Curve. Lorenz Curve. So now, what we have to calculate? We have to calculate uh, the area below this Lorenz curve, because we know the total area is 1. The total area is divided into from the diagonal axis, that is, it has divided the total area into two equal portion. So the above the straight line of equality is zero point 0.5, below the straight line of equality is zero point 0.5. Now we are going to calculate the area below this Lorenz curve, below this Lorenz curve. Okay, so what we can, how we can able to do it? Look, we have to take the product of this value, that means perpendicular, that means perpendicular length into breadth, length into breadth. Okay, so this perpendicular is suppose height and base, height into base. Okay, now if we just showing one thing, shapes, if we draw one thing here, we suppose line. Okay, now if we take another line, shapes, suppose here. Okay, now if we take the length, okay, from the horizontal axis, for each point will be the percentage or share of population. So share of population is like this, 0.05, 0.05. So each point in the base is 0.05, 0.05, 0.05. But the vertical line is the cumulative. Vertical line is the cumulative income share. Cumulative income share. So if we take this point and this point, so it will underestimate. It will underestimate the total. It will underestimate the total area. Okay, so it will take this area. If we take this portion, this value and this value, this value and this value, so we will get the area of this rectangle. So this portion is still left. Similarly, if we take the upper value, so all the points indicating one is lower value, another is upper value, lower value, upper value, for this rectangle, so for this rectangle this is upper value and this is lower value. So if we take the lower value, from lower value to base, we are getting the height. Okay, this height and this base, if we multiply this, we are getting the area of this rectangle, but this area underestimate, or that means it is not going actual measure of the area, because this particular portion with between this triangle, we are not calculating. Similarly, if we take this value, so it will take like this, it will look like this shape, it will look like this, look like this, sorry, shape. Like this. Okay, that means we are taking additional this area, this triangle, additional this area. So neither this point we will should take nor this point. So what we will take for the length, calculating length, the average of lower value, upper value, average of lower value and upper value. Okay, so average of upper value and lower value will be our length. Okay, so we can take how to calculate the area of the curve below the Lorenz curve. Below the Lorenz curve, that means we are going to calculate the area of this portion, because we know the formula of Gini is this portion, this area divided by half. That means divided by the area under the line of equality. Okay, that means 0.5. So we need to calculate this area first. First this area. After calculating this area, if we subtract from 0.5, we will get the area between line of equality and Lorenz curve. Okay, so this is our goal of calculating the area of line of equality and the Lorenz curve. So this area, like bow, it looks like bow. Now, how to calculate the area below the Lorenz curve? Below the Lorenz curve, what I told, we cannot take this value this value as the length for this particular rectangle, because it will underestimate. Similarly, we cannot take this value as length, because we know the area of a rectangle, this is lot of rectangles. If we calculate the area of all the rectangles, then we can able to calculate the area of this portion that is below the Lorenz curve. So what we have to take, we have to take the half of lower value and upper value, so average value. So sum of lower value, this value, half of this value, so that we can get approximately the good approximation of the entire area. So Gini, now we can say Gini, how can we calculate cumulative income share? This is 0, 0 is always 0. Now what we have to do, this is equals to suppose this value, lower value. So it starts from 0, so lower value is 0, and then this value, next value. So this the average. So we have to take this value plus next one, this value divided by 2, that means average value, multiplied with, because length into breadth, and this is the length value, and breadth is all breadths are same, because all breadths are 0.05. So 0.05 means this value 0.05. Since we are multiplying for each case, all the cases 0.05 same, so we can put it as dollar, because if we put the dollar value, dollar sign, then it will not change. It will not change. Okay, so in this way we can calculate the gene, that means area of the area below the line, red line, below the red Lorenz curve line. This is the area. Okay. Now we need to take the sum of this area, sum of this area, sum of this area, sum now, sum of this area, sum 339, sum of this area, bold, sum of this area. We can do it in another way also. Suppose this is Gini. Instead of taking individual element, if we take the cumulative value of the cumulative population share, then what we have to do, we have to take up to this extent. Okay, up to this extent minus the previous value, up to this extent minus the previous value, just to get the area uh, length of this portion. Suppose this portion, what you have to do, the cumulative population share up to this level minus cumulative share up to this level, so that we can get this value. That is another way of doing this. So what you have to do is equals to half of this value, exactly in the same way the length portion will be same, plus this value, income share, divided by 2, divided by 2. Okay, into what we have to do, cumulative population share, sorry, cumulative population share, bigger one minus smaller one. Suppose this one, okay, cumulative population share, bigger one minus smaller one. Okay, means bigger one up to this population share up to this extent minus smaller extent, so that we can get the this portion, the length of this portion. In this way, for each length, each breadth of the rectangle, we can get now shift like this. Now, if we take the sum, 339, 33979. Okay, same. So these are the two way we can able to calculate the area below the Lorenz curve. Okay, one is if we put individual value, that means the individual share, like this 0.05 population share. This population share, instead of giving individual way, we can give it the cumulative population share up to this extent minus cumulative population share up to this extent. This will be true for each case. This will be true for each case. Okay, each case. This is 0. So in this way, you can calculate Gini. Now, the area between the line of equality and the Gini is the area between line of equality and Lorenz equals to 0.5 minus this one. This is the area between line of equality and the Lorenz curve. So this area. Now, according to our formula, Gini coefficient equals to Gini coefficient will be equals to this area divided by the total area below the line of equality. So this area, that means 0.160207, okay, divided by 0.5. 0.5 means area below the line of equality. Okay, this is the line of equality, equal to sign. Without equal to sign, nothing will happen. So this is the Gini coefficient. If you multiply, not necessarily required, because Gini lies between 0 to 1. So this is the Gini coefficient according to this hypothetical example, 0.32. If it is 0, if the value is 0, if the value of Gini is 0, it means perfect equality. If the value is 1, it means perfect inequality. Perfect inequality. If the value is 0, it means perfect equality. If the value of Gini is 1, it means perfect equality. Perfect equality. Okay, so in this way we can calculate Gini coefficient using Excel and hypothetical data. Okay, so with these few words, I am concluding this video. Thank you for your patience hearing.